Hello friends, welcome to TechGranth. In this video, we will be continuing our Docker container networking and we will discuss about bridge network and overlay network mode. So to brief about our last video, we have seen multiple networking drivers where we have bridge, host, overlay, MAC VLAN, none and third-party plugins, and we have discussed host in little bit details. So now we will be seeing bridge network driver in a little more detail. So let's see some of the details of bridge network driver. So if we'll talk about simple networking, a bridge network is a link layer device which can be installed as hardware, which can be as hardware device or software device running within the host machine's kernel and which forward traffic between network segments. NS I have written as for network segments. But in terms of Docker, if we talk about then a bridge network uses a software bridge which allows different containers to connect to each other, which are connected to the same bridge network, while providing isolation from containers which are not connected to that bridge network. So if you see this is a container which is not connected to the bridge, so that it has been isolated from all these containers which are already connected through the bridge. So this Docker bridge driver automatically installs some of the rules in the host machine or Docker host machine so that containers in on different bridge network as well. Maybe this container will be the part of different bridge. Those can communicate directly with each other with these containers. Bridge networks apply to containers running on the same Docker host or same Docker daemon host, and for communication among containers running on different Docker host, as I told earlier, we can use overlay network, which we will discuss in our next slide. So whenever we start Docker, a default bridge network, which is called bridge, is created automatically, and newly started containers connect to it unless otherwise we specified. So bridge network is considered legacy detail of Docker and not recommended for production use. And in that containers connected to default bridge network can communicate with only by IP address unless they are linked using the legacy hyphen hyphen link flag. We cannot disable IPv6 support, though we support both IPv4 and IPv6 with this bridge network, but we cannot disable IPv6 support on default bridge network. By default, traffic from containers connect to default bridge network is not forwarded to the outside world. To enable forwarding, we need to change below these two settings, and which would not persist across reboot. So we can you add them to our startup scripts. So for that, we have to change this net IPv4 conf all forwarding for forwarding all IPv4 addresses to one, and IP tables forwarding we need to change it to accept. By default, it will be drop. So that was a default bridge network. We can also create our user defined bridge network. One thing I missed, we can create a default bridge network by using this JSON format. We can configure this by specifying option in this file like daemon.json file, and here we can specify the IP address, fixed CIDR for IPv4 and for IPv6, MTU maximum transmission units and default gateway for IPv4 and IPv6, and also DNS. So like this, we can configure our default bridge network using this daemon.json file. And then we have to restart our Docker for these changes to get effect. So we have another type of bridge network which is user defined, which is even superior to our default bridge network. And we have one option there. We can also disable IPv6 support using this user defined bridge network, which was not able able to disable in bridge net default bridge network. So we can use these commands to create user-defined bridge network, or connect our containers to that network. We will see that on our terminal. Before that, what will be the differences between user-defined bridge network and the default bridge network? So let's see that. So first is user-defined bridges. Bridge network provide automatic DNS resolution between the containers. So containers on a default bridge network can only access each other by IP address only, unless we use that hyphen hyphen link flag, right? We have shown here, but that is also considered as legacy option. On the other hand, user-defined bridge network containers can resolve each other by name or alias. So what's that mean? Imagine we are running an application with a web for front end and database as backend. If we call our containers just web for web front end and DB, simple DB for database backend, the web container can connect to the DB container at the DB only, no matter which Docker host the application stack is running on. If we run the same application stack on default bridge network, we have to manually create links between those containers using the legacy that hyphen hyphen link flag. These links need to be created in both direction. So we can see this get very complex with more than two containers which need to communicate to each other. Alternatively, we can manipulate the etc host file within the containers, but this creates problem that may be difficult to debug in future. Second, user-defined bridge provides better isolation than default bridge network, because all containers without a hyphen hyphen network specified are attached to default bridge network. This can be risk, and unrelated stack, service, or containers are then able to communicate. But using a user-defined network provide a scoped network in which only containers attached to that network are able to communicate, as we have seen in this diagram. Then containers can be attached and detached from user-defined network on the fly. So we can connect or disconnect the containers from user-defined network on the fly, where to remove a container from default bridge network, we need to stop the container first and then recreate it with different network options. Then we have each user-defined network creates a configurable bridge. If we consider a default bridge network, we can configure it, but all the containers will use the same settings, such as this MTU and IP table rules. In addition, configuring the default bridge network happens outside of Docker itself and require a restart of Docker, as I said earlier. But in user-defined bridge network, those are created and configured using Docker network create command. We can see here, if different group of applications have different network requirements, we can configure each user-defined bridge network separately. Then we have linked container on default bridge network share environment variables. Originally, the only way to share environment variables between two containers was to link them using hyphen hyphen link flag. This type of variable sharing is not possible in user defined networks. However, there are superior ways to share environment variables, like multiple containers can mount a file or directory containing the shared information using Docker volume we have seen earlier. Multiple containers can be started together using Docker Compose. We will see in our future video that, and the compose file can be define the shared variables. We can also use Swarm services instead of standalone containers and take advantage of secrets and configs. Containers connected to the same user-defined bridge network effectively expose all ports to each other. For a port to be accessible to container or non-Docker host on different networks, that port must be published using -p or --publish flag. So let's see how we can use this user-defined bridge network using these commands on terminal. Let's move to the terminal. So first of all, let's see what all commands are available with Docker network. If we'll just enter, you can see we have these options with this Docker network command: connect, create, disconnect, inspect, ls, prune, and rm. So first of all, we will check the available Docker network on our system. So you can see we are having already three network, which is bridge, host, and none. So let's create the new one, Docker network create my hyphen net. So this command we can use to create our user defined network, which will be mynet. Let's press enter. And if we'll see with Docker network ls, you can see here uh, we have created a new network mynet and using the bridge driver. Here is the driver. Okay, so we will be using this command to create our container or run our container using this our new network. So we will create name container my nginx, and we'll use to specify our network hyphen network will be my hyphen net, and we will publish the port 80 of container to 8080 of this network, and we'll be using this Docker image nginx latest. Press enter. So it has been completed. Let's clean it. We'll see Docker ps k Docker ps hyphen a. You can see nginx latest is created here. So two things I would like to mention in this command. First is whenever we create a new container, we can specify one or more hyphen network option here. This flag we can specify one or more. Second, as we are publishing this port, to remember, always right side port will be of container and left side where we want to publish it. Like here we will be publishing this this port will be of our Docker host and 80 port will be of our container, so that external client can access this port. Okay, and any other containers connected to the same network mynet will have access to all the ports on my nginx container. Okay, and same for other containers and vice versa. So to connect to a running container to an existing user defined bridge, we will use Docker network connect my hyphen net and my hyphen nginx. So this command will connect an already running my nginx container to an already existing mynet network. So let's press enter. It has been connected. So now let's verify on web browser. If we'll do localhost, it will not work. But if we'll do it with 8080, like this, we have connect our container to the network. We can also disconnect Docker network, disconnect my net and my nginx. Press enter. It has been disconnected, and if you want to remove Docker network rm my hyphen net. So like this, if we'll check Docker network ls, you can see that network which we created earlier and removed now, that is not available in the list of networks. So that was all about bridge network. Let's see the next overlay network. The overlay network driver creates a distributed network among multiple Docker daemon hosts. This network sits on top of the host specific networks, allowing containers connected to it, whether including Swarm service containers to communicate securely when encryption is enabled. We can in make the encryption enable using this flag hyphen hyphen opt encrypted. Docker transparently handles routing of each packet to and from the correct Docker daemon host and the correct destination container. When we initialize a Swarm or join a Docker host to an existing Swarm cluster, two new networks are created on the Docker host. First is an overlay network called Ingress network, and second is Docker Gateway Bridge, GW Bridge. Okay, so the overlay network, which is Ingress, handles and control data traffic related to Swarm services. When we create a Swarm service and do not connect it to user-defined overlay network, it connects to Ingress network by default. Second, the bridge network called Docker underscore GW bridge, which connects the individual Docker daemon to other daemons participating in the Swarm cluster. We have these, we can use these commands to create overlay network, which are same as bridge network. A Docker network create hyphen D will be the driver, and here the driver we are using overlay. So hyphen D overlay and the network name my overlay. We can also create hyphen our network with the option hyphen hyphen attachable to create overlay network which can be used by Swarm services or standalone containers to communicate with other standalone containers running on other Docker daemons. We can also specify the IP address range here, subnet, gateway, and other options as well. Services or containers can be connected to more than one network at a time, and they can all communicate across network. But if we want to create encrypted network, we can also use this flag hyphen hyphen opt encrypted, because all Swarm services service management traffic is encrypted by default using AES algorithm. Manager node in Swarm rotate that key to use to encrypt data every 12 hours. To encrypt application data as well, we have used this option when creating overlay network, which will enable IPsec encryption at the level of VXLAN. This encryption imposes a non-negligible performance penalty, so you should test. We can test this before we use this in production. When we enable overlay encryption using this flag, Docker creates IPsec tunnels between all the nodes where tasks are scheduled for services attached to their overlay network. These tunnels also use AES algorithm in GCM mode, and manager node automatically rotate the key every 12 hours. We can also customize our ingress network or Docker gateway bridge network. First, let's see how we can customize default ingress network. Most of the users never need to configure this network, but now we can customize it or modify. This can be useful if automatically chosen subnet conflicts with one that already exists on our network, or we need to customize other low-level network settings such as MTU. Customizing the ingress network involve removing and recreating it. This is usually done before we create any services in Swarm. If we have existing services which publish ports, those services need to be removed before we can remove the ingress network. So you can see here, we first inspect our ingress network. If any services is publishing any port using that network, then we have to stop those services whose containers are connected to ingress network. Then we have to remove ingress network and recreate it with the driver overlay and hyphen hyphen ingress option, along with other custom options like subnet gateway or different options for, like we have used here for MTU as 1200. We can name our ingress network something other than ingress, like we have used here my hyphen ingress. So we can have only one. An attempt to create a second one will fail. We can only have one ingress network. Once the ingress network has been created, we can restart the services which we stopped here, right? Now we can also customize the Docker Gateway Bridge interface. So how we can customize that? The Docker Gateway Bridge is a virtual bridge that connects the overlay network, including ingress network, to an individual Docker daemon's physical network. Docker creates it automatically when we initialize a swarm or join a Docker host to the swarm, but it is not a Docker device. It exists in the kernel of Docker host. If we need to customize its setting, we must do these steps we have to perform. We have to stop Docker and delete the existing Docker GW gateway bridge interface. So we can use these two commands to stop and delete existing Docker gateway bridge. Sudo ip-link set this down, and ip-link delete this device Docker gateway bridge. Then we will start the Docker, but we should not join or initialize the swarm. We have to create or recreate that Docker gateway bridge manually with the custom settings using this command docker network create and this subnet. And we can also add some options here where bridge name will be Docker gateway bridge enable ICC will be false, and enable IP masquerade will be true, and the uh, network name. Once this will be created, we can initialize or join the swarm. Since the bridge already exists, Docker does not create it with automatic settings. as we have provided the customized settings here. So that's all for overlay network, and we have also discussed the bridge network earlier. So that's all for this video about the Docker networking. So keep watching, keep sharing. Thank you. Please provide your valuable comments or feedbacks if any. Thank you.